Remember that video I made about taking Ciri to the brothel and stealing her sword? Well, in the next-gen edition of The Witcher 3, CDPR has gone to certain lengths to prevent us from doing these things. And so I'm making this video to show you how to circumvent all the new changes and do all of it anyway. Okay, so previously you could climb on the ledge here, jump on the roof to exit Temple Isle, drop the sword next to your personal stash, and then parkour your way back inside. Alternatively, you could glitch through the closed gate by running through it on horseback. Then, since you no longer have a sword, you had to avoid the final fight by jumping over the wall here.
Gods! Gods!
Sadly, the horse glitch has been fixed. They have added invisible walls, as well as instant death zones, and so pretty much everything I just showed you is impossible. But fear not, because they have completely forgotten to touch the previous flashback of Ciri. So forget Temple Isle, we move back to the part where she meets Dudu and Junior. After you're done fighting here, simply jump back up through the window. It may take you a few tries, but it is possible. Then simply make your way down, and we've solved the first part of the issue. You are now free to roam around Novigrad, go to your stash, interact with it, and drop the sword. Make sure to drop it, don't put it inside the stash. Then, once you're done, you can go check the brothel. One thing they seem to have changed is that instead of naked Geralt showing up to speak, it is sometimes simply Ciri speaking with Geralt's voice.
Got all the same bits in your trousers like a normal lad?
Last I checked, everything was where it should be.
Okay, I'm not sure if you noticed that, I just saw it while editing the video. Ciri actually knocked out a bottle of liquor from the table while T-posing. However, sometimes Geralt does show up. And of course, the twisted monstrosity, which Ciri turns into after spending the night with one of the girls, has not been fixed. It is still in the game, and it still corrupts Ciri forever, at least on the current save. And for more crazy stuff like that, you can check this video. But now that we've had our fun, there is still the issue of returning to Junior, as well as finishing the following flashback on Temple Isle without a sword. The first part is easy, just walk back to Junior's place, which should be marked on your map, and the quest will actually assume that you are leaving the house after you've defeated his men, so you won't actually have to fight at this point anymore. The problem is during the next flashback in Temple Isle, where you can no longer jump your way through the final fight because of the invisible wall. This took me a while to figure out, but I found a solution. You can actually skip your way to the final cutscene by approaching this ledge over here. That can be achieved by quickly climbing up the stairs here and then jumping on the wooden roof. That might take you a few tries again, but it is doable. And then simply jump up to get your character close to the top, and the cutscene will trigger, allowing you to get past this entire section without fighting. Meanwhile, you can loot Ciri's sword with Geralt, just go to your stash and it should be on the ground next to it. While you can finish Ciri's Kaer Morhen section without a sword, by using Triss's medallion to summon fireballs, I'm not sure you can beat Caranthir without a sword. You still have the medallion, but it no longer works here. Now, what used to work, in the old generation at least, was you could drop Ciri's sword with Geralt at Kaer Morhen, and then loot it when you start playing with Ciri. That would have allowed her to have the sword against Caranthir. But sadly, I cannot test this for you, at least not in any easy way, because the saves I had while testing it were made with mods which corrupted them essentially and made them unable to load in the next generation. So I can't confirm if the solution actually works or not. And even if it still works, it would mean losing Ciri's sword with Geralt. I suppose you could leave these parts of the main story and play everything else, including the expansions, before you finally leave the sword to Ciri, so you can finish Kaer Morhen and the entire section of the main story properly. And of course, much of what I'm showing you here can be avoided altogether if you simply use console commands to spawn weapons or switch between Geralt and Ciri in real time, but as it was with the original video, I wanted to show you something that is doable on all platforms and not just PC. So that's all I had for now. I hope they don't fix that in the next hotfix. So let me know if you know of any alternative ways of achieving these shenanigans, or solutions to the potential problem of having Ciri fight against Caranthir without a sword. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, thank you for your support, don't torture Ciri too much, and until the next video, stay tuned and be good.
Dwarf. Never suspected he'd be so humble.
Triss? Yennefer, perchance?
Couple times. Her and the Wild Hunt.
Oh.